Okay.
स्पेशली उहाँहरू चाहिँ म चाहिँ डाक्टर वाटसन म चाहिँ बोटानिकल एकदम स्पेसलिस्ट हुनुहुन्छ उहाँ चाहिँ स्कटल्यान्ड रोयल स्कटल्यान्डको चाहिँ
How do you feel after meeting Dharan Mayor?
I feel inspired about what's happening here.
Yeah.
The Mayor has a very good understanding about what needs to be done in order to improve the environment.
अहिले यो धरानले जुन चाहिँ सर्दु जलाधार क्षेत्रमा वृक्षारोपण र पुनर्स्थापना काम गर्दैछ त्यो कामलाई चाहिँ कसरी व्यवस्थित गर्न सकिन्छ र यो विज्ञहरू त्यो काममा कसरी जोडिन सक्नुहुन्छ भन्ने बारेमा छलफल गर्नको लागि आएको। त्यसबाहेक अर्को एउटा के थियो भने जुन एडिनबरामा बस्ने नेपाली कम्युनिटीले यहाँको नेपाली कम्युनिटीलाई पठाएको सानो आर्थिक सहयोग थियो।
I think Dharan can be a very good model of how the community can get together to solve those problems, because without the community involvement, technology won't work. You need to have it all working together in partnership. I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops over the coming years.
हाम्रो मेयर साहबले साइकलमा पो आउनु भएको कार्यक्रममा मेयर साहबले साइकल चलाएर आउनुभएको
अहिले मलाई यो साइकल एउटा शुभेच्छुकले मेरो समर्थकले गिफ्ट दिनुभएको छ र यो चाहिँ म अहिले यो छोटो दूरीमा चाहिँ कुदाउने गर्छु।
हजुर हजुर
र मैले यहाँ एउटा सन्देशमूलक टी सर्ट पनि यो पनि साइकल उसमै मलाई गिफ्ट आएको थियो।
हजुर हजुर वर्ल्ड इन्भाइरोन्मेन्ट
फ्युल फ्री के लेखाएको छ बिफोर
2050
है। अब यो चाहिँ नि पेट्रोलको दाम पनि एकदम बढ्दो छ। पेट्रोलियम पदार्थ एकचोटि सकिएपछि त्यो चाहिँ नवीकरणीय स्रोत होइन, सकेपछि सधैँको लागि सकिन्छ। त्यसो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि साइकलमा हिँड्न सके छोटो दूरीहरूमा चाहिँ नि यो राम्रो हुन्छ र त्यसले गर्दा म धराने जनतालाई पनि धरानवासी दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई पनि यो चाहिँ नि साइकल चढेर अब साइकल चढेर काकडभित्र जानु काठमाडौँ जानु त म भन्दिनँ होइन, तर जति सक्दो छोटो दूरी छ भने चाहिँ होइन सर्ट डिस्टेन्समा चाहिँ साइक्लिङ गर्दाखेरि राम्रो हुन्छ। हेल्थको लागि पनि होइन, फिलादेखि लिएर ढाडदेखि लिएर सबै एक्सर्साइज पनि हुने, साथै फ्युल कन्जम्सन जुन छ महँगो पनि छ नि त, त्यसले गर्दाखेरि त्यसमा पनि अलिकति हामीलाई चाहिँ राहत दिन्छ भनेर मैले अहिले चाहिँ साइकल कुदाउँदै गर्छु क्या।
अलिकति सम्भावना चाहिँ के पनि हुन्छ अलिकति यसलाई मसिनो सानो खुद्रा मसिनो भन्दा पनि अलिकति दीर्घकालीन सोच्छन् अलिक योजना बनाऊ, त्यसको लागि अलिक ठुलो प्रोजेक्ट नपाल्दाखेरि आफै दीर्घकालीन हिसाबले समग्र फ्लोरलाई कसरी व्यवस्थापन लागत हुन्छ अनि त्यसको लागि
कुरा कस्तो छ भने हाम्रो धान किचन राम्रो विगतद्वारा 4वटा नगरपालिकाहरूको फोहोर कहाँ म्यानेज गर्ने सबैले चाहिँ जङ्गलमै रामधुरीले पनि रामधुरी त बरा पनि त्यति हुँदैन होला, तर बरा के अरे किचरीले पनि चाको हाडीमै अनि अब ती दुईवटाबाट पनि हरेक गार्बेजलाई चाहिँ हामीले म्यानेज गर्नु एउटा चुनौती छ। यो चाहिँ तपाईँकै विषयसँग अलिकति रिलेटेड चाहिँ हो होइन, फरेस्टेसन भन्दै हुन्छ यता हामीले फेरि होइन पोल्युसन गरिरहेको छौँ होइन, त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ मैले सोधेँ।
Did you talk about organic waste? Yes, I just talked about that converting organic waste into compost.
If you have a tree nursery, this is the perfect solution for your organic waste. You make compost to grow the young trees. But maybe you already said that.
Yeah, I didn't.
So if we plan to make a nursery, can you help us?
Of course, for
basis of advice or something like that.
Forest Action Research is not a donor organization. We are a small organization run by professionals. We mostly work with universities and research organizations. So we can help in technical part, but we are not on the
So I'm saying the same thing. We will make on our own fund,
Okay.
but we need the expert advice.
So
Yeah. What we are doing, we must know at least. Already said we planted so many trees this year, but we don't know what kind of plant we need. Yes. So that kind of thing. So
we can
with blindfold, we should not walk.
So I already told you we will be happy to work with you.
So I think when we went to in Galpa, they have like small nurseries in the community forests, and they're growing the trees very successfully. It's low technology actually. It's easy to do. And if you have one thing I didn't explain about my organisation, the Royal Botanic Garden Edinburgh, is I talked about the science. Actually, we have a very strong horticultural department, and we work hand in hand with them. So lots of members of our horticultural team have been involved, and working with the National Botanic Garden in Calgary, and to help to propagate some of the more difficult plants as well. So like tree ferns and tree ferns. Which are very difficult to grow from the seed. They're now being successfully grown in the country. So there could be possibilities of members of our horticultural team coming over and helping with advice if there are particular problems with them. So I think it's an area which is very well suited to collaboration and help. Do you know how many trees were planted in the last year?
They have been planted
Almost half a million maybe.
Wow!
Random plantation.
and it's a good start, and you can make it organized.
With the national forest, your watershed, you can plant the trees.
And first we let's gather some kind of baseline some kind of participated survey. Then that information can be used to educate people. Okay, this is rare tree of the same protected. Okay, this is good for water retention. Okay, we need to protect this. And if there are some trees are really needed to be planted, we can plant them. So it's what you have initiated, it's great, and we can improve it. There are
Ultimately, it's the local people that use the forest who will be the people that are the key to the regeneration. Because if they're not involved, then they cut and the animals go in.
उहाँसँग चाहिँ कसरी तपाईँहरू लिङ्क
अब यस्तो छ म पनि
सरकारी तरिकाले चाहिँ कसरी लिङ्क
म वनस्पति पढेको मान्छे होइन
यो वन मन्त्रालयसँग सम्बन्धित केही एफिलिएटेड हो
जस्तो हाम्रो काम छ वन मन्त्रालय विशेष गरेर वनको पनि वनस्पति विभाग छ अहिले वनस्पति विभागसँग एउटा समझदारी बनाएर
उहाँहरू चाहिँ रिसर्च गर्दै
अब रिसर्च गर्छ भनेको जस्तो अब कस्तो हुन्छ भने एउटा युवाको बारेमा त्यसलाई अब हामीले एउटा साल भनौँ
त्यसलाई बुझ्न त धेरै कुरा हुन्छ
जस्तो साल कहाँ कहाँ भइरहेछ के छ
अनि कुन चाहिँ ठाउँमा कस्तो प्लान्ट्स लाउँदा उपयुक्त हुन्छ भन्ने सल्लाह पनि दिनुहुन्छ होइन त्यो कुराहरू चाहिँ मैले खास सुन्न चाहेको थिएँ अब रोपेर आएको के रोपेर आएको त रोपेर
के गरौँ भने नि सर एउटा वातावरण शाखाले एउटा चाहिँ कस्तो गरोस् भने पहिला त्यो जुन जग्गा गर्थ्यो अलिकति वस्तु स्थितिको ठुलो अध्ययन होइन स्थानीय मान्छे नगरपालिका र हामी मिलेर एउटा वस्तु स्थितिको सर्वेक्षण गराउँ त्यो दिन चाहिँ धेरै लाग्दैन त्यो दिन हामी आएर तर हामी मात्रै गरेर हाम्रो चाहिँ के भयो भने फरेस्ट एक्सनको अलिकति समुदायसँग मिलेर काम गर्ने जस्तो एक्सपर्ट प्रोग्राम पुग्दैन त्यहाँ अनि कति ठाउँमा एक्सपर्ट नलेज पनि त्यहाँ खाएको छ त्यो भएर हामीले ज्ञानको उत्पादन हुन्छ भनेको एक्सपर्ट र किसानी मान्छे दुईटैको कुराबाट योजना बनाउन सक्नुहुन्छ अनि ठुलो हुन्छ कोसिस छ त्यो नतिजा पनि दिन्छ र हामीले अहिले चौधमा गरेको पनि थियो हामी हरेक काममा स्थानीय समुदायहरूसँग र स्थानीय सरकारसँग मिलेर काम गर्छौँ हामी मात्रै हामीले कहाँ प्रयोग गर्नु अनि हामीले भूमिका त्यसले
यसले गर्दा त्यसलाई रिसर्च भने That's why that is called research.
Are there any issues with the human-wildlife conflict in this
Wildlife.
Yeah.
We do not.
So that's,
that is.
Because in Jaltal they have elephants, but
We do not.
we don't have those problems. So okay, it's good just to know.
in many areas it's a conflict between farmer and monkey. Monkey,
That's not that.
wild boar,
Yeah.
home animals.
Yeah, that we can say, but
But
monkey also we have little bit problem with that, but I don't think that is problem. So we have planted fruit trees so that they can hang out in the forest only. So yeah, we have invaded them. They are not invading us.
Yes.
So that's my understanding.
Good philosophy.
Yeah.
it's just nice to know that. So I think it's
अब अर्को चाहिँ जस्तो अहिले दुईजना जनसमितिबाट साथीहरू पनि हुनुहुन्छ र अहिले जस्तो वनस्पति विभागलाई पनि चाहिँ जस्तो समन्वय गर्नु पनि नेपालको वनस्पति अध्ययनको नेतृत्व गर्दा भएको सरकारी प्रक्रियामा कहिले आफूले लानु हुन्छ त हामीलाई त्यहाँ फुलको घरमा आएर बस्छौँ हामीलाई त्यो पनि एउटा जस्तो अलिकति दीर्घकालीन सोचले के गर्ने वनस्पति विभाग पनि एउटा हुन्छ तर मैले जस्ट मात्रै गरेको म चाहिँ उहाँको जस्तो नगरपालिकाले समन्वय गर्न सक्छ त्यसको लागि मात्रै तर त्यो हाम्रो सरकारको काम गर्ने आफ्नै यो छ
One thought about the waste problem. Heavy metal contamination is surely a big problem because if you dump everything like batteries, and that's the water that's coming to the town, you are basically poisoning yourself. So things like batteries need to be separated very quickly and be really isolated so it's not leaking out. It's a very costly process, but I think this would be for the people the most effective. To not that everyone gets sick from their own waste. Because it's a special kind of waste, but it accumulates too. People use batteries, people use electric stuff. Very a lot. It might be.
So separation of the waste products.
Absolutely bad stuff would be an important thing. Because also trees will not grow on contaminated soil. So a lot of people will just die, they can't survive anymore. And cleaning that soil is extremely expensive. We have to do it in Germany, and it's very, very expensive. So trying to separate it is cheaper than cleaning after. Much cheaper.
And waste disposal, waste management is a national issue. Actually in Scotland at the moment as well, but that's a different thing. But so your intervention here can be like a model for Scotland and Nepal.
What kind of practice you do in the UK for this waste management?
Well, we have a mixed.
You just simply dump it. What do you do?
No, there's a lot. As Ian said, there's several different approaches, and in actually different parts of Scotland and England, they do different things depending on what facilities they have. But separation of waste at an early stage is a key part, and then separating the organic waste like food waste and the what we call mixed recyclables, so things which can be more dry recyclables, which
Plastic, metal,
plastic, paper, metal, these things, glass, and then there's what we call landfill, that we cannot recycle. And so I think basically there are 3 kinds of separations, or rather 4. One is garden waste, which is for compost. 2 is for food waste, which I don't know what they do with that, but and then mixed recycling, which then gets separated into the different kinds of things, and then landfill, which is you cannot do anything. We either burn it or bury it. And so in the old stone quarries often they fill with this landfill. And nowadays people are getting much more awareness in their own homes about mixed recycling and landfill. And they're looking for packaging to be recyclable and separated. So it's partly a technology solution, but also sociology as well. People have to have the willingness to do the separations and things.
The things that you describe, Mark, are things done at the local level. At the national level in Scotland, there is a tax on landfill, so anybody, not just local authorities and private firms, contractors and so on, if they put a lorry load into a landfill, they have to pay a tax. So clearly they don't want to pay the tax, so they bury as little as possible. And there's also, the government made a law that in Scotland, anyone who buys a plastic bag for their shopping has to pay 5 pence. It's not a lot of money, it's a very small amount of money in Scotland. But actually, once that law was introduced, the number of plastic bags used in Scotland every year dropped by 90%. Because people just take the shopping bag with them. Before they would just walk out and buy something and take it away in a bag, but it's free, a plastic bag. But now they have to pay 5 pence with a plastic bag, they take the shopping bag with them. And so there's much less waste to start with. And that's the trick, it's much, so that you need national solutions, but the local ones that Mark describes are quite easy to do as long as one has the resources. But I think if we, through the embassy and other contacts, we can find someone who can come and talk to you about recycling management systems and what might be appropriate to have to work, I think that would be really valuable. Yeah.
Plastic bags.
You see it in Bhutan, they banned plastic bags entirely.
In Rwanda too. So in Rwanda, no plastic bags allowed, not even for tourists' sake. So it's really hard to get plastic bags there. I mean, they have their uses, but excessive use, using once, it's too much.
The National Botanic Garden in Godavari is plastic-free zone, so nobody can take plastics into their garden. So it's all about raising awareness.
I see, in my view, and Europe system and Nepali system is completely different. Because we are just starting how to make a clean market. But in Europe already know how to clean water. When they going in market, I see in Amsterdam, I see in Germany, I see in Italy, however around in the country, Scotland, they are just taking one bag, which is you are eating as some plastic or whatever, a cigarette, put in himself. Because there is the CCTV, there is the policeman, if you do wrong, put in here, and after finish, then every shopping and do taking back in home, and they are make a different size. Example, this is plastic, this is can of beer, this is bottle of beer, and they're packing, and they are throwing the dustbin and separately, and after the rubbish truck is coming, they call people was coming, warning, and they put themselves separate, and take them back in the waste place, which is they have a big chimney or whatever, a factory like that, they're putting side, and after the metal is different, and wood is different like that, everything, and they're very certain of the school. But in our
Nepal, our country doesn't trade in eating, throw, and nobody cares.
Yeah.
So it's a very special.
Maybe 50 years ago, there would be no plastic bags in Nepal.
Yeah.
And people had another way of doing their shopping.
Yeah.
So it's not such a big change, really, to go back 50 years and use some other cloth bag or paper bag.
It wasn't. Maybe years before. 50 years ago.
It's also making a positive contribution. For example, throwing your waste. You know, you want to live in a nice place. When you throw the waste on the street, you live in a trash bin. Nobody wants. If you love your home, your city, your community, your forest, this is your home. Share it. Okay, given by the God or by
Organized trash collection, you know, and they walk out. They have a place where they walk the dog. They take a bag and collect trash, and they teach school kids now. They get to go around the community collecting trash. And once people see others doing that, then it's not such a big problem for them. When nobody does it, then they go, I'm not going to pick up trash. But once they see other, and if they provide gloves and bags, you know, once the community thinks about it, they can see the benefits.
Put a mask.
Yeah, masks, yeah. So education of young people is really important in, you know, in waste management.
Youth groups.
Primary level.
Once they understand, then people can, you know, change very easily when they're young. When we're old like me, we don't like to change.
Very difficult.
Like the storekeepers and things, so they burn their like plastics and things in the morning or in the evenings. In some places you go in Nepal and the storekeeper they sweep up and then they make a little fire with plastic and things, and they realise that that's toxic fumes going up.
Yeah.
So they poison themselves by doing that.
And you see people throwing trash in China into rivers and streams. You know, I've seen it in China also. People they sweep the streets, collect all that trash, and then they throw it in the river, and it washes away, and it's somebody else's problem. You know, so you know, understanding. I mean, what as part of water management too is stopping trash getting into the water. And it's easy to forget, but then it becomes somebody else's problem, or it becomes a problem in India.
Anyone will talk very nice.
We should continue the connection.
Continue, yeah.
Do you have a
continue doing
Do you have an email? Which is your
स्नेहमा दत्त कुमार
गरौँला न के छ होला कुन चाहिँ फोनमा मात्रै भने त हुँदैन नि त हौ तपाईले नि आरोप लागेपछि त्यो आरोपको पुष्टि गर्नु परेन त्यही त भनेको त त्यो लगेको के हो भन्ने को हो कसले लगेको भनेर लेखेर दिनु कि हैन लेखेर दिनु न म कारबाही गरिहाल्छु है त भन्छु पनि म अरूको कुरा सिक्नुपर्छ है त ल
Let's have a discussion and hear about your what you're wanting to achieve, your vision, and what your problems are. And I think that we can help with advice, and then you have the resources, the people, and some funds, and we can provide with the forest.
I'll contact you through him.
Yeah,
and his point of contact.
Yeah, that'd be good. And on the waste management, then we can follow up on that in the UK.
Yeah, we have been trying a lot, but still the effort is not done.
Nobody wants to live there. It's not nice.
So I think we should do only this
every time, much
maybe. Yeah.
Goes down to the height.
Yeah.
So where is it then?
Maybe we set up this side, right here.
Just
Yeah,
before
right
the
here.
bridge.
There is a bridge across this.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
So just this location, this location.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been doing that before, but
Yeah, that's okay. No, it's good. And at least you're concentrating in one area. This is important. And as I said, One of the reasons that I'm here, or we're here, is because of the connections with the Edinburgh Nepali community.
Okay.
And they really are, and a lot of them are from Dharan. They call themselves the Dharan boys and girls. And they've been raising awareness within the Nepali community in Edinburgh, and they want to try and support through actually these kind of interactions. They ask me to come and talk, so they're providing their networking support, but they also had some fundraising. So they've asked me to give the money that they raised to your group, which will be used for the restoration kind of activities. Maybe it will help support the teas and the snacks and the transport and this kind of thing. So I have the money here, and should I present it to you or to the treasurer? So there's 81,000 rupees. So just a small token. That is actually a big token. So I should hand over to you, and then we can have a photograph.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah. So the message is from the block of your work, and they're there and giving you a view.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Very much.
Okay,
I think I was looking for this is the first time you need to
Space for
later.
Okay.
Thank you.
Second.
Who live in Scotland, in the community of Harka. It is grateful. My name is Datakma, and our surrounding is not like that. Our surrounding is Asewaro. And also, I will tell you, everybody is my last son, wife, is studied in Scotland, which is doing a dentist doctor, becoming very soon dentist doctor. And so also in my youngest Wari, I will call Wari, and also my son, wife, please do your job well and study well. And I know your father is already expired. Maybe tomorrow you will be going to a ceremony of and in the jungle, but you are not see your father because you have an examination in Scotland, so you cannot see. Please do not be hesitate and don't cry yourself, because we are here, our father in here. We will be manage everything, and don't be upset. It is my please, and everyone in Scotland, which is Harka community or any other relative with. When I was in British Army, there are Scottish soldiers are with me, and British soldiers are with me. They are my good friends. I say so. If you love our country, Nepal, which is Dharan city, please help us. And this is my heart introduction. Thank you very much.
Helping us too. We are always trying our best for the development of the city. We have a lot of challenges, but to face those and to solve the problems, we are here. And as we later Mayor of the city, for those people who are from Dharan and staying in the UK at present, Scotland and which place you said, sir?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Yeah. Those places from all around the world. Dharani people have been helping us. Once again, I would like to thank for helping us morally, even financially. socially, technically, from every respect. You have been helping us, and without your help, only few people or the single mayor cannot do anything. So I need the help from all of you. Thanks a lot. Thanks to all of you who visited us, gave us expert advices on what kind of plan to keep and what to do, what kind of action to take to save the environment. Some ideas. I'll be connected with you always. So we better share our email IDs too. So we can the issues. So I'd like to wish you success in the research purpose you have come for. For 20 years, 2 decades, you have been doing a kind of collaboration, a kind of work with Nepali people. So 20 years is a long time. So we'll be working together for many more decades. Many more decades. I'd like to thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. And I think it's time to move.
Do you have your office?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
My name is Ram. You know the Sam and Mr. Chandra. He spoke to me about you, and I have already your business card to be here.
Fantastic.
And I will try to connect with our.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Okay. But I didn't contact you, because our PG and our mayor PG, so we are making a plan to send email ID.
अहिले त पाइपमा नै बाटो बनाइ हो झन्कारो छ
अहिले यो धरानले जुन चाहिँ सर्दु जलाधार क्षेत्रमा वृक्षारोपण र पुनर्स्थापना काम गर्दैछ त्यो कामलाई चाहिँ कसरी व्यवस्थित गर्न सकिन्छ र यो विज्ञहरू त्यो काममा कसरी जोडिन सक्नुहुन्छ भन्ने बारेमा छलफल गर्नको लागि आएको। त्यसबाहेक अर्को एउटा के थियो भने जुन एडिनबरामा बस्ने नेपाली कम्युनिटीले यहाँको नेपाली कम्युनिटीलाई पठाएको सानो आर्थिक सहयोग थियो, त्यो हस्तान्तरण गर्न
कति आर्थिक सहयोग गर्नुभयो? कति गर्नुभएको छ सहयोग?
हजुर होइन, सहयोग त रकम त धेरै छैन, यो साङ्केतिक हो। 81,000 रुपियाँ छ।
अब म चाहिँ लागेँ होइन।
मेयर साहबले साइकल चलाएर आउनुभयो?
अहिले मलाई यो साइकल एउटा शुभेच्छुकले मेरो समर्थकले गिफ्ट दिनुभएको छ र यो चाहिँ म अहिले यो छोटो दुरीमा चाहिँ कुदाउने गर्छु।
हजुर हजुर।
र मैले यहाँ एउटा सन्देशमूलक टी सर्ट पनि, यो पनि साइकल उसमै मलाई गिफ्ट आएको थियो।
हजुर हजुर। वर्ल्ड इन्भाइरोन्मेन्ट
फ्युल फ्री के लेखा छ? बिफोर
2050
है। अब यो चाहिँ नि पेट्रोलको दाम पनि एकदम बढ्दो छ। पेट्रोलियम पदार्थ एकचोटि सकिएपछि त्यो चाहिँ नवीकरणीय स्रोत होइन, सकेपछि सधैँको लागि सकिन्छ। त्यसो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि साइकलमा हिँड्न सके छोटो दूरीहरूमा चाहिँ नि यो राम्रो हुन्छ। र त्यसले गर्दा म धराने जनतालाई पनि, धरानवासी दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई पनि यो चाहिँ नि साइकल चढेर अब साइकल चढेरै काकडभित्र जानु, काठमाडौँ जानु त म भन्दिनँ होइन, तर जति सक्दो छोटो दूरी छ भने चाहिँ होइन, सर्ट डिस्टेन्समा चाहिँ साइक्लिङ गर्दाखेरि राम्रो हुन्छ। हेल्थको लागि पनि होइन, फिलादेखि लिएर ढाडदेखि लिएर सबै एक्सर्साइज पनि हुने, साथै फ्युल कन्जम्सन जुन छ महँगो पनि छ नि त, त्यसले गर्दाखेरि त्यसमा पनि अलिकति हामीलाई चाहिँ राहत दिन्छ भनेर मैले साइकल कुदाउँदै गर्छु क्या
हजुर
है त म लाग्छु ल
म पनि साइकल
Please, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, one for tender.
टाइम फर चेन्जेस
थ्याङ्क यू
म पनि साइकलमा मेरो सब सिक्किमसम्म चाहिँ पुगेको छु
साइकलमै
हजुर सर सिक्किममा पुगेको छु हजुर
र म लागेँ अहिले ल
ए हुन्छ हस् अरूलाई पनि प्रेरणा मिलोस् यसरी साइकल कुदाएको देखेर हाम्रो मेरो सबले यसरी कुदाउनु भएको ल हाम्रो 18 नम्बर ल के पर्पजको लागि आउनुभएको यसो सोधिदिनु त
स्पेसली उहाँहरू चाहिँ म चाहिँ डक्टर वाटसन म चाहिँ बोटानिकल एकदम स्पेसलिस्ट हुनुहुन्छ उहाँ चाहिँ स्कटल्यान्ड रोयल स्कटल्यान्डको चाहिँ गार्डनको चाहिँ त्यो एउटा उहाँले हाम्रो मेयरज्यूले गर्नुभएको एक्टिभिटिजहरू देखेर होइन हुन्छ नि सोयल अनि ट्रिजहरूको प्रति प्लान्टको प्रति उहाँको एकदम माया देखेर गर्नुभएको काम देखेर उहाँहरू चाहिँ धेरै एकदम इन्सपायर हुनुभएको छ क्या अनि उहाँको पनि नेपालमा आएर केही एउटा हुन्छ नि सानो सहयोग होइन गर्ने उहाँहरूको एउटा इच्छा थियो त्यो भएर उहाँले पहिला नै कन्ट्याक्ट गर्नु भनेर मलाई वाट्सएपमा पठाइदिनु भएको थियो नम्बरहरू तर मैले I'm sorry, I can't contact with you because I'm sorry. Finally, you came here and you are warm. Welcome to Dharan, and we wish you're in future. Next year also you can travel here.
Next time you should come.
I should come in February.
You can see, next time if you come here, the tree, it will be the growth higher. Then we'll be happy.
Our mayor is doing best.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
He loves, the great trees and then green soil, everything. He loves the nature. So we are also, supporting him to make another clean city, Dharan. So उहाँ चाहिँ त्यसरी आउनु भएको हो र अहिले त सायद सुमर टाइम हुनुमा होला नेक्स्ट इयर फेरि उहाँ आउनु नै हुनेछ So do you have any plan to work here in Dharan right now?
Right now, we're going to be coming back to work in Jaltal in February. So maybe there's a chance then to link up. But what we need to do first is look at the watershed area and the plants, the trees that are already planted, and make some assessment about what's the best way to move forward. And so trying to create a baseline knowledge about what's growing there now, and also connecting with Forest Action. They'll be the ones that can really help on the practical action. Yeah, you've got to work. Yeah, you're off to work now. So I think it's like the first of many visits.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to seeing you again next visit, and all my new friends now.
It's my pleasure.
And how do you feel after meeting Dharan Mayor?
I feel inspired about what's happening here.
Yeah.
The Mayor has a very good understanding about what needs to be done in order to improve the environment here. And for sure, some parts of it are technical about what needs to be done, but actually quite a large part is social, about people need to have the awareness raised about what changes they need to make to their lives, about how they're using the forests, how the animals are going in, how the waste they're producing is what happens to that. So it's interesting to discuss where we can help with the biodiversity scientific side advice, but also how to build awareness within the communities at the grassroots level, from school children upwards. And these things are happening all around the world. And Nepal faces many challenges, and Dharan faces the same challenges. So I think Dharan can be a very good model of how the community can get together to solve those problems. Because without the community involvement, technology won't work. You need to have it all working together in partnership. I'm looking forward to seeing how that develops over the coming years.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.